So today I want to talk about choosing the right e-commerce solution for your small business. E-commerce is kind of a big deal for businesses that want to get out and expand their retail offering, ultimately to the whole world. It's sort of an essential part of retail in the modern era, especially for smaller businesses who are just getting started, who are in the early growth phases, because it allows them a lot more reach and a lot more capability without nearly as much overhead. Thankfully, and sometimes overwhelmingly, there's a whole ton of options within e-commerce, and that's due to an industry that's been expanding for 20 years. E-commerce has been around since almost the beginning of the internet. They realized that things could be sold worldwide with great efficiency by building e-commerce sites. And so as a result of that evolution, because it fit in, it worked, people like it, they've created so many different ways to create an online store, to create a good e-commerce element, that your options are wide, and inevitably you'll find something that'll fit you and your business just right. That being said, there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. That's both a good thing and a problem. You'll hear a lot that our e-commerce solution is the best, and that's just not the case. The best based on a certain cross-section, I'm sure, but everybody needs something different. Everybody needs a different solution, and so there's not one e-commerce solution that's perfect for everybody. That's why it's important to know what you're looking for, so you can pick out what's going to work the best for you. I could break down all the different e-commerce platforms, or even just the popular ones, and kind of go over the pros and cons, but I don't think that would be quite as beneficial as helping you identify what your needs are, so that way you can go read over a million other pro and con articles to figure out which one's the best for you. So let's start with the real basics, right? Is it simple to use? In reality, if you jump into an e-commerce solution that your team can't use quickly, you can't use quickly, takes forever to train, and it's difficult to remember how to use, you're going to wind up wasting a lot of time and money learning it, even more time and money trying to post and list your products, and eventually you're just going to abandon it anyway, so it becomes wasted money as opposed to invested money, and that's just not something that's many small businesses, if any, can even afford. Now, secondly, is it expandable? What do I mean by that? Every e-commerce solution has a base set of features, of functions, and when you pick out your first one, you're going to find that base set that works for you. You're going to find out that you need certain credit card processors, certain inventory solutions, whatever. But as you grow, you might discover that basic set of functions doesn't do the whole job anymore. So you need to make sure that you pick a solution that allows you to expand in the direction you need to expand in the future. And quite frankly, the more options you have for expansion, whether it be from hiring a developer to building something yourself to a whole repository of pre-built solutions, expansion solutions, you need to have options so that way no matter what you need in the future, you have the ability to get it. Can it be customized to your brand? One of those big things is with really canned e-commerce solutions is that you'll have this fantastic website that truly represents your brand, and then you click that store button and you get taken over to some third-party e-commerce solution that just doesn't match, it doesn't fit. Your customers, your visitors, feel like they've gone to an entirely different website. That's not going to work over the long term to build your brand. So you need to make sure that whatever e-commerce solution you pick, it's all going to match, it's all going to line up so that shopping experience matches the online experiences, matches the in-store experience. What kind of support does it have? No matter how good you are with technology, with software, you're going to run into problems. Your team's going to run into problems. Maybe something will stop working, maybe you'll just get confused on how to do something. But no matter what, you need to make sure that there's a support solution out there and available that's not going to cost you a ton of extra money just to have. Some of the e-commerce solutions will charge you extra for their tech support. Some e-commerce solutions will require you to hire an outside developer. Some have a whole support system of do-it-yourself options. Some have a wide array of outside developers that can help you hire. You can hire either internally or externally. choose the one that makes the most sense for you. In my opinion, you shouldn't have to pay for your e-commerce platform to offer their support. That should be a big thing. Whoever helped you put that in place, be it the big box company or the developer that helped you put it in place, you shouldn't have to pay extra for support when you come across those things, especially not for the basics like walking you through things. One of the last most important things, well, maybe not the last, one of the most important things is it scalable? At some point, you want to grow. At some point, you want to expand your business. And you need to make sure that the software and the underpinning hardware is something that can grow with you. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to have a massive data center like Amazon already in place. What that does mean is that your system needs to be something that can be upgraded or expanded quickly, easily, affordably, and painlessly. So that might mean that you have a e-commerce platform provider that already has a huge data center structure underneath it, ready for you to use. It might mean that you self-host your site, your e-commerce solution on a virtual cloud hosting package that allows you to expand just as easily. Maybe it means that you have your own internal server that you set up on a cloud system, on a cloud platform, that you can upgrade the hardware yourself. Whatever the case may be, just make sure that you have that ability to grow and run just as effectively with 20,000 visitors a day as you do with 20 visitors a month. The last and most important thing, after you've considered all of this, is it affordable? Now, when I say is it affordable, that initial thought is how much is this going to cost me every month, every year, right? And you kind of go to visit your e-commerce platform and you see their price up front, and that's your thought in your head, what it's going to cost you. But I want you to consider these other factors that we talked about and what you're going to need in the future. If you've got this really, really affordable e-commerce platform, that only costs you, let's say, a couple of dollars a month, but when it comes time to expand or it comes time to scale, it's going to cost you several thousand or $100,000 to do so. That's not that affordable over the long term. Versus something maybe that costs a little more up front, but over that long term is going to cost you significantly less, might be something more to consider. Ideally, you're going to find something that's going to cost you very little up front and very little over the long term and is going to do the whole job. More importantly, answering that question is going to be a little bit more about what you're capable of yourself. How much of that can you handle? And how much of it are you going to have to pay for outside? That's a huge question to consider too. Just understand that no matter what you do, no matter what you select, an e-commerce solution's got to be a personal fit. You have specific needs for your business, again, be it specific reporting to inventory structure, whatever it is, and you've got to make sure that e-commerce platform is going to support that first and foremost, because if it doesn't and it's not a personal fit and it doesn't flow well with you and your team, you're going to abandon it over the long run. It's going to be a lot of wasted money. I hope this information is helpful for you. I hope you can take it out and find yourself that e-commerce platform and expand into retail with great ease. Hey guys, if you're not sure what to do with this article, down below we have some great information for you. If you're on YouTube, there's a link down below to our website. If you're on our website, where I think you ought to be anyway, there's a form down below that you can fill out. And what we're going to do is we're going to email you our free guide to launching your website successfully. So that way when you get your e-commerce solution in place and you're ready to get that out there, or maybe you're just launching your regular website and thinking about an e-commerce solution in the future, whatever it is, you'll be able to make sure that you bring your website out, release it, and have huge success as early on as possible, guys. So I encourage you to fill out the form, download it. We'll see you next month. Have a great week.